future generations not only Persians, but also the world. You know that there are going to be two parts to the evening. We're going to start with who was Ferdowsi, which Antusajan will tell us who he was. Then his role in preserving the language and of course the Persian history.
Ferdowsi was born as Hakim Abu Qasim in 940 AD. He is more commonly known as Ferdowsi, which is his pen name. He was born in the city of Tus, which is in the northeast of Iran, to a family of landowners. His family were very patriotic. The Shahnameh is translated and referenced in many different languages across the world and is testament to his legacy. Although King Mahmud did eventually decide to acknowledge Ferdowsi, it was too late and he passed away in 1020 AD. Yet, as I mentioned, his legacy has lived on. Till this day, Ferdowsi's poems are still read and still recited, not only in Iran but in many different countries. I would just like to end with a quote from Ferdowsi himself. "The houses that are the dwelling of today will sink beneath shower and sunshine to decay, but storm and rain shall never mar the palace that I have built with my poetry."
At the time Shahnameh was composed, it's a time where the conquerors of Persia brought a new culture and language, Arabic language, and that language is the language of the court, is the language of power. Persian is spoken by common people, but it doesn't have the status of a literary language because all written texts for 2 centuries are Arabic, as far as we know. And then it's during this time that Ferdowsi and a few other poets start writing poetry in Persian. It's in the first part of the Shahnameh, because broadly speaking, Shahnameh can be divided into 2 parts. The first part is mythological. It starts with the story of creation, the first human being who lives in a cave, and the first ruler, Jamshid, who is a perfect, just ruler, and he becomes arrogant and loses divine protection, and then the world goes into a state of decline, and there was a rebellion against the king, and then succeeded by the tyrant Zahak, and the story goes on. So basically we have a version of history which is completely mythological, and it's rooted in very ancient mythologies. Probably Ferdowsi heard this from, well, he mentions Dehqan. That's what he actually uses. So Dehqan was landed gentry, so there were people who could read the Middle Persian language and have memory of these mythological stories. And there were a few sources in prose that Ferdowsi used to get the essence of the stories, and then he expanded them and retold them in his own way. So it's not just a case of repeating what was before, it's a case of collecting all stories and retelling them. So characters are not simply manifestations of some pure natural force. So there is no case where you find an overly simplistic view of characters in the Shahnameh. Now indeed, Rostam, who is the main hero, and of course he's glorified, and he exists there to sort of protect Iran and glorify Iran. But at the same time, we see that he becomes subject of a tragedy, and he ends up killing his own son. Humans do not decide their own fate, because fate is decided by the goddesses, the Mari, and humans fall victim to capriciousness of the universe. But there is also the Zorbanist view. And Zorbanist view is very interesting because it says that time itself is the mother of all things, and it has potentiality for good and bad. Indeed, in Zorbanist view, which is not the Mazdiasna traditional Zoroastrian view, in Zorbanist view, time gives birth to both Hormazd and Ahriman, so it gives birth both to good and evil. And there is this very bitter consciousness that time itself has potential for evil.
توجه شده در جاهایی که مثلا به سزارین پرداختن در کتاب‌های قدیمی کمتر اشاره به شاهنامه شده، با اینکه شاهنامه شاید یکی از اولین کتاب‌هاییه که در اون بعد از ظالمان هم بچه و هم مادر ظالم هستن و از این نظر فکر می‌کنم یه چیز خاصی باشه.
So we mentioned one of the heroes of the Shahnameh was Star. This is the preach.
بدو گفت مادر که ای جان ما چه بودت که گشتی چنین زرد فام، چنین داد پاسخ که من روز و شب همی برگشایم به فریاد لب، همانا زمان آمدستم فراز و از این بار بردن نیامد جواز.
The birth proves to be a success, and this is the first time we are introduced to Star. Afterwards, the sea mob instructs Zal to cover the wound with herbs and her feather, and this operation is referred to as Boston Zad, and this is one of the early references of aided birth or cesarean in literature.
Grandfather knew the whole of the Shahnameh of my heart, so Humayun Khan was raised on the Shahnameh's stories, and he has an absolute love and passion for this masterpiece of art. And of course, he welcomes any opportunity to show it off.
به نام خداوند جان خرد. در شهر زمنگان وقتی میشنوم که رستم داره میاد، شاه و تمام دولتیان میان استقبالش رو و بعد میآورن. میگن امشب مهمان ما باش، ما فردا از تو رخش تو پیدا می‌کنیم. رستم بعد از بزم خوابش میره، به خوابگاه دعوتش میکنه. در خوابگاه رستم اتفاقی میفته که پیر طوس زیباترین صحنه عاشقانه رو در این به کار میبره که متاسفانه فرصت نیست من همش توضیح بدم، فقط چند تا بیت شد. پیر رستم خوابیده میگه چو یک بهره زان تیر شب درگذشت، شب آهنگ در چرخ گردان گشت، سخن گفتن آمد نهفته به راز، در خوابگه نرم کردن باز. یک پیش اومد و در خوابگاه باز شد. یکی بنده شمعی مهندر به دست، خرامان بیامد به بالین مست. یه ندیمه شمعی در دستش اومد بالین رستم. پس بنده اندر یکی ماه روی، چو خورشید تابان پر از گفتگوی، و دیگر مگر از تو پروردگار، نشاند یکی پورم اندر کنار. شاید از تو پسری به دنیا بیارم که شکل و شمایل تو باشه. رستم موبدی رو صدا میکنه و تحمیله رو با اجازه پدرش با هم ازدواج میکنه. رستم یه دشمن مقابلشه، دشمن خیلی خطرناک، و رستم احتمال میده که ممکنه به دست سهراب کشته بشه. به همین دلیل اسم خودش رو بیان نمیکنه. میخواد مخفی باشه نام رستم، چون تورانیان از نام رستم میترسن. وقتی سهراب چشمش به رستم میرسه میخوره، روش توضیح میده دل من همی بر تو مهر آورد. سهراب میگه همی آب شرمم به چهره آورد، بمان تا کس دیگر آید به رزم، تو با من بساز و بیاورای بزم. گفتند هر دو دوال کمر. اینجا پیر طوس میگه هر آنگه که خشم آمد بخت شوم، کند سنگ خارا به کردار موم. بخت بعد میاره سنگ خارا میشه موم. سرافراز سهراب را زور دست، تو گفتی که چرخ بلندش ببست. سهراب ناتوان میشه در قوی بود رستم بیازی چنگ، گرفت آن بر یال جنگی پلنگ، زدش بر زمین بر به کردار شیر، بدانست کو هم نماند بزیر. رستم زد زمین ولی میدونست که از زیر در میره. سهراب خیلی گرد سبک تیغ تیز از من برکشید بر پور بیگاه برد. چو بشنید رستم سرش خیره گشت، جهان پیش چشماندرش تیره گشت. بپرسید از آن پس که آمد به هوش، بدو گفت با ناله و با خروش. بگو تا چه داری ز رستم نشان، که گم باد نامش ز گردن کشان. یکی از پشت سر ندا میده که سهراب شد زین جهان فراخ، همین از تو تابوت خواهد نکن.